Hello and welcome at Stocks Advisor channel. Here at our channel we are looking for interesting buy opportunities for US-based stocks. Today we will talk about Canoo Incorporated, traded at Nasdaq, ticker name GOEV. Well, GOEV actually is a company that is currently looks like in the end, or at least in the volatility stage of its recovery sequence that started by 7th of March, and you can see here that the price went from sub 10 level to all the way to 16. We touched it as a top at the later trading session. And now, of course, the question is what's next? Where is it going to go? Is it really the end, or are we going to go higher? Because the major question of those who quickly look at this chart is, are we going to pierce this descending, let's say, ceiling top R1 or not, and actually how to trade here? So to understand this, let's do a quick analysis and then we can see what can be done for GOEV. So first of all, as always, we have our free moving averages. They are always nice to see and to watch on them. Three moving averages on these daily charts being green, blue and red line correspondingly. Here on the left you see their legends. These are moving averages 20, 50 and 200. So if you look at them, you can see that of course they were recently descending, but now it looks like there is a kind of let's say bending of this deceleration of downwards move, and it looks like they're bending, so they're willing to return at the moment, maybe not as an immediate move, but you can see this tendency. Of course it is formed by the fact that we are recovering now, but it also means there could be huge volatilities involved as well, so we need to be prepared for those. Also, what is important to note that the volume was gradually increasing during these recovery sequences. If you look here, the volume was gradually increasing, and the top of this you have even higher volume. This is a little bit scary because with these tops of the volume you could have then a serious, let's say, correction downwards. Similarly, you can see by previous recovery sequences, for example the one that started by the beginning of the year here, you see exactly when it was on the top the volume was actually also topping, and then we saw a correction. Similarly, by beginning of February the volume was on the top exactly on February recovery sequence, and then from the ceiling R1 it declined. Now looks like situation continues or repeats. Actually, we still did not reach R1, so we might go there, which will actually could make up to 10% profit if you're already in the position. Also, the letter candle, dark candles volatility is enormous. You can see upwards and downward shadows here are quite big. But we also need to take into account risks of deceleration, because, by the way, another example, so always for this stock it's really like pivotal. Even by December, the same case, volume increase on the top and then you see descending. The same by September. So actually everywhere the same by July, you see it's all the time on the top of volume. Still, we don't know if it's still currently the top. Maybe it will spike again. As I said, it could go to R1, but then the correction will go further. So that's where we need to be prepared, because from the, let's say, next to R1 line, there is also another level, which is the level of R2, and it is also a very nice one, which makes for us a very good entry opportunity, because whenever you buy below R2, you will return to the channel with a profit, and that's what we will bet for. That would be our, let's say, trading strategy and expectation for GOEV to play. But of course we also need to take into account possibilities still to pierce higher. Therefore, let's say the first entry opportunity here would be anything below moving average 20 as an immediate buy, and all the way to R2, which, if we will write it here on the let's say left center, will make for us something between 13 to actually 1380. 1384. So that would be the level to enter, because with this you can still play on the declining volatility, and within the channel R1, R2, if it reverses towards of the volatility R1, you can make a profit. And the profit here, when we speak of the profit at our channel, in our opinion videos, we always advise taking profit from 10 to 15%. And the reason for that is that you really need to become develop and become actually a trader who makes the profit systematically and takes it and enjoys it. It's very important to take the profit, enjoy it, and never think of the so-called lost profit, thinking like, oh, if I would have waited a little bit longer, then I can make more money. This is very dangerous way of thinking, because you can lose the moment and go to a big decline. Imagine if you would buy somewhere, I don't know, in let's say by beginning of 21st of December, thinking, oh, it might go higher, and then you just go declining. So always take profit in time. Then either re-enter or just check other opportunities. There are also many videos at our channel. You can find even those up to 5 weeks ago are still fresh, meaning that the situation discussed there could be just happening. So this is the way to enter first time. Still, we know that we might go a bit lower. There is, let's say, a lower level. It's not really kind of a channel, but it looks like a channel and looks like a descending, the absolute, let's say, support level R3, which makes for us a very nice, again, reconfirmed entry opportunity. So should the price decline lower, we could enter there, and also take into account actually very strong support level or volatility pivotal point actually that is formed just at $12. Let's call it S1. So anything between S1 and R3 will be second entry opportunity here. A little bit broad, but then you can enter slowly, and this would be then between actually 1080 to 12. As I said, a little bit broad, but also volatilities here are quite huge, quite big for this stock, so you just need to take it into account. And the third level, we always discuss free averaging down opportunities based on our mixed analysis. The third level usually means some, let's say, situation based with negative catalyst on the stock. If really something bad happens, which is not anticipated but could hit any moment, and this would be really the lowest observed here, which would be just about 10, or anything below 10 would be actually forming the line, the support level S3. Why that? Because you can see during the half year it worked as a very strong bottom of any channels of any decline. So anything below S3 would be an immediate buy here, meaning that if you write it in numbers, so anything that is actually smaller than in this case 10 and 10 will be an immediate buy. So whenever the price is lower, you can just buy again. And with this being said, this is just to mitigate the risks of negative catalyst. It's not that we anticipate it's going there, of course, and any moment could be the nice rebounds. Let's say most probable play would be just the first entry opportunity, then rebounds, and even probably after volatility on R1 going higher levels. So this is for midterm traders. Let's say for those who want to buy and sit in the position, actually the channel of exit would be for midterm traders, let's write it here in yellow, would be somewhere between 1720. So this would be your target channel. For short-term traders, of course, you need to catch the wave and play there. Overall, the stock is very promising because it's also market capitalization is big enough, and it's about 3.5 billions. So stocks of this size, of course, do not decline that much. And actually, even if you look at that volatilities, they are big, yes, but they are not in terms of 1, 2, 3 fold, just maybe up to 1,500%. So you could still play here quite well, and you know that this could rebound also very well. So if you enter smartly, especially with non-linear averaging down strategy, you could make very nice profit. And speaking of how to non-linearly average down, it's still, let's say, quite bullish. So we say standard 5 portions approach, meaning that you buy with 1, 2, and 2. What does it mean? It means that the funds that you would like to play here, you can split in 5 portions. Then you can buy with 1 portion, or slowly buy with 1 portion in the first channel, then slowly buy with the second portion, another 2 portions in the second channel, and with the remaining 2 portions you buy in the third channel slowly. What does it mean, slowly buy? It means that you are not buying immediately, for example, the second channel with 2 portions. You are not buying immediately at the top of it at 12, but you split it also on, let's say, some sub-portions, for example, on 3 sub-portions. What would it mean? It would mean that here you will be entering slowly, and this way you will spread the entry through the channel. so you will be somewhere in the middle of the channel. So whenever the rebound takes place, you will make the most profit possible here. So it's the best optimization also for your profit. Of course, it's a little bit, let's say, your patience exercise. You really need to be patient, entering slowly, knowing what you do, but this is also very important. You always need to know what you do and what's your aim. If you don't know what you are doing, you don't have the strategy, just leave the stock. Otherwise, it's a pure casino style. So with this being said, that's the numerical card to play for GOEV. If you are more for, let's say, into graphical representation, you can look here. Just make a screenshot of this one and you can use it as a trading card for next upcoming weeks. Overall, very nice stock, of course, to watch and to play with. Good luck with it, and see you at another episodes of Stocks Advisor channel.